So I have a task for you. You want to hear what it is?
What?
Can you please get on your phone and load the AllRecipes app onto your phone? And I'll tell you why. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because you're always telling me about how you have to read recipes the exact same way that you do it at work, okay? And that's kind of unrealistic to expect your mom to go through every single recipe that we might want to try and get it transcribed into Braille for you and make up a notebook and all that when you have an app on your phone and you know how to use your phone, right?
Yeah.
So if you can do that, hopefully it's accessible. And if you need help, you can ask Dad to help you with it. Okay, or David. They're both here, right?
Yeah.
And so if you get that app loaded up on your phone, then you should be able to read recipes at home from your phone. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Okay, you seem a little bit uncertain. Your phone can handle more than one app. And you know what? If your phone can't do it, then it's time for us to upgrade your phone. Okay?
I'm not getting a new phone.
Why don't you want a new phone, Hannah?
Because I like the 5C.
Okay, honey. But can you please work on that and see about loading up that AllRecipes app
Sure.
as soon as your phone is charged up? Can you do that for me? Because we're not going to get unstuck out of our mud pit until you do that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, sweetie. I think you'll be very, very pleased with it if it works and it's accessible. And I'm sure if it's not accessible, then there's probably a version or some other app out there that is, okay?
Yeah. Probably I can do it while my phone is charging up.
I guess. I mean, I don't see why not. Go give it a shot and see.
Yeah, I just hope I don't hurt the AC adapter to my phone.
Honey, you're not going to hurt anything. Just go give it a try, okay?
Sure.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, off I go.
Okay.
Bye, Toodles.
Bye. So, apparently I downloaded AllRecipes. It was a dud.
What do you mean it was a dud?
I tried to get it to read recipes out for me, and apparently it's not accessible.
The app is completely inaccessible?
Well, Dad told me to ask David if he can see if AllRecipes is done by voiceover, and apparently David's in class and Dad's working.
So then we just have to wait until David's available, right?
Yeah.
He's our tech support guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Do you remember when, way back when our subscriber sent a t-shirt that said tech support, family tech support?
I remember.
It's way too small for him now. We've let Obed have it, but it's so funny because it is true that David is our family tech support, right, Hannah?
Yeah.
So we'll just wait until he's out of class.
Yeah, sorry to tell you about that.
That's quite all right, but let's just make that today's goal, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm sure voiceover should work. And if it doesn't, then we'll figure something else out. And I wonder if the Orbit Reader would work with it.
Yeah, Orbit Reader. I mean, that's a smaller version of a Braille note.
Right. So I'm going to talk to Dad because we need to get you an Orbit Reader. Honestly, I don't know why we haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But let's figure this out later on. There are other cooking apps too. That's just the one that I use all the time. And I'm sure that there's some way to access the app. There's gotta be. I mean, there's gotta be. So our guys will figure that out for us later. And then I know that you'll love having it.
Yeah, except I'm not gonna have an Orbit Reader. I mean, the thing with having an Orbit Reader is that it weighs me down.
Well, you're going to have to get over that, honey. It's a very small device, and we can always use Bethany's to see how it works and if you like it. Okay?
Yeah.
Before we get you one?
There are many steps to connecting my phone, like 85 billion steps to connect my phone to the Orbit reader.
There always are, and that's just one of the things that we have to deal with. But as far as devices go, the Orbit reader is the smallest one. So it's not that big of a deal, Hannah.
Oh.
You just gotta stretch your routine a little bit, don't you?
Yeah.
And your way of thinking. You're doing great. And I think that we're gonna have to get cooking.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Oh. Okay.
All right. We'll go back and try it again later.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm trying to get Hannah to help me maybe make some chocolate chip cookies, but...
So we've been working on trying to get her access to like AllRecipes.com because that's what you use.
Right, and we need to be on the same page if she's going to help me in the kitchen, right?
Right,
That's where
right.
99% of my recipes come from anymore.
So we just went up yesterday we tried to load the AllRecipes app on David's phone, and Hannah's phone, but we tried it on David's phone because it's a little bit more powerful. What happens on the app is that the items come up, but the pictures are not described, and the item, you can't click on it. When the thing comes back and it says fish cakes or whatever, we're searching for fish sticks, right? So the recipe is in the title, it says fish sticks, and it says dimmed, which means you can't click on it.
Oh, for
so you
goodness
can
sake.
never get to the recipe that you searched for, okay? You could search for it, but you can't get to the recipe.
Fish fry bake.
Okay, can she view this now?
Double click or double tap.
I
or
did.
You're trying to do,
Favorites.
Yeah.
Navigate.
and it doesn't select.
Selected.
It disappears.
Used. Button.
It's there, but it's on the screen,
Selected.
but the
Used.
picture is there, but it doesn't let you select a recipe.
Button.
It's not
Favorites.
auditorily
Unrated.
reading it.
Rest. Select collection. Icon man. Button.
You can't select the
Scroll to
picture,
top. Button.
and it doesn't tell you what the picture is.
So yeah, the app's not very good. All right, you want to try the website maybe?
I suppose
I don't know.
we can try that for another day or another time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So what's your the all recipe apps is what? Not accessible.
Not really
No.
accessible. Like it's accessible, but the main purpose of the app can't be served, so not accessible. Pun intended. Just so you know.
What is that? What's the pun?
The main purpose of the app can't be served.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now maybe AllRecipes has a workaround. I don't know what that is, but apparently they don't have an alt tag on the photo, right? I mean, there's no description,
There's no way to select the photo.
and there's no way to either describe what's in the photo or select it
Yeah.
because it's just blank. It doesn't even. It looks like it doesn't even exist
What?
on the page, even though I can see it with my eyes. But
VoiceOver can't read it.
VoiceOver can't read it, and you can't select it. You can't even select it by the name of it, which is bad. So they even dim the name so that it's not selectable,
Yeah.
which makes it not good. So then I said, well, okay, if the app's not accessible, let's go to the website and see if we can go on a computer and access allrecipes.com.
You guys have been working on this for like 3 days now.
Yeah, this is our second day. Tomorrow will be
Oh,
the third. We're not
okay,
quite at
tomorrow's
our
the third day.
Tomorrow's the second.
Well,
day.
that
Today's
doesn't
the
count the
second.
time that I've, spent trying to figure this out myself.
We went to allrecipes.com, and on that page, using VoiceOver, if you go to faves and you try to tab over, it skips over the search. And there's no way to get to search on the allrecipes.com website with VoiceOver, tabbing through and trying to figure it out. And we kind of figured out that they're little, when you do it with without VoiceOver, that when you hit this magnifying glass, it pops up a little search box that says keywords, right, that you can type it in. If you're using VoiceOver, it doesn't work. So that's not good. So then we tried that same thing using a browser with two different browsers. We used Safari and Chrome on the phone to see if we could get to the allrecipes.com website. Same results, basically. We couldn't get to the search function within the website.
So basically, what Hannah said about it being a dud is pretty much
Right?
true.
So then the next thing we tried to do, okay, is we tried to use Google to search for what we're looking for. So we asked Google to search for AllRecipes fish sticks, okay? So then the Google results come back, and then you have to sort through the headings of what is on AllRecipes that match that fish sticks. And then when you go to that page, when you find it on the Google list, it goes to the AllRecipes page, and we can see it if we can get past the ads and stuff.
And by the time we got to the recipe,
We're not hungry anymore.
dinner would be done, right? Oh my gosh.
Right.
I mean, the things we go through are
So-
crazy.
So that worked on David's phone, okay? So I said, okay, well, David has the Google app on his phone, so he can say, hey, Google.
He has a better phone than she does. Her
Yeah,
phone
so
is
hey,
very
Google,
old.
and it works, right? He can search for that. So I tried to load the Google app on Hannah's phone, and of course she has an older phone. So when I tried to load the app, it said I had to use iOS. It had to have iOS 12.2 or whatever. And when her phone only has version 10 point something. And when you try to update it, her phone doesn't support iOS
Well, is it
12,
time for
because
Hannah to
it's-
get a fancy
she's got
schmancy new
another-
phone?
She's got to get another phone.
Okay.
You know how much
Yeah, I know.
how much anxiety getting a new phone
Right.
is going to be for Hannah because she loves the phone. In fact, she's already had me delete the AllRecipes app on her phone because she
'Cause she
doesn't
can't
want
handle it.
anything on the phone.
Well, you know what though? I
I-
understand that. I don't want things that don't work either.
Me
I've got to
neither.
get rid of it
Me
too.
Me neither.
So
we're going to try again tomorrow. And other ways we've thought about having to work this around is having someone else search for the recipe and then
geez.
text her the link to the recipe. That could work, or she could have a list of recipe links, right, that she could click on once we found them.
like my favorites that
My
I
favorites
cook
or
all the
something. And we
time.
could maybe do a link tree or something like that that had a
jeez.
bunch of links that, and we could match those to what she's used to cooking at work too. We could
So
come up with something.
really getting Hannah to help in the kitchen is a lot more involved than what anybody thinks. And I don't know if any of our blind friends have suggestions. We're, like I said, we're only doing AllRecipes because that's what I use.
We also tried Food Network.
Oh, you did?
Because
Okay.
I Googled stuff and they said Food Network worked, but same thing happened. I couldn't get to a search
Well,
bar
what the heck?
on Food Network, same way. The only thing we could do is search for favorites. Once we had favorites, then you could search within favorites, but you couldn't search. Same thing happened. You try to find the icon and
So much
the
for
icon just
accessibility,
skips-
huh?
Skips right over. There's no, and if they would just put search in the menu, okay, instead of just putting the icon up there, if they put search in the menu, then they could reach the search function and type in stuff in that function. But they didn't. They put it on a little, icon, which is probably a JavaScript or some kind of pop-up to make it more user-friendly.
But we did order Hannah some kitchen tools today,
Yeah, okay, yeah, we did.
right? That help her, her talking scale and some cookie scoopers and choppers and
Yeah.
some things that she's accustomed to from work, that we don't normally have here, but she's more comfortable with it. And so
Right.
she's got her measuring cups and her measuring spoons already, but we've got to get her what she needs or
Yeah.
else it's going to be
So
not
we'll
work.
have to pick out a couple of recipes for her to try that we can kind of go through this whole process.
Well, the only other thing I can do is read it to her, but the whole idea is that
To do it on-
her eggs are
Yeah.
boiling. She's not here right now, but
I am thinking that it may work better with the Orbit Reader.
Well, why
once
don't we
get-
try that on
once we get
Bethany's-
to Google, that'll be day 3. We'll do that tomorrow and try to use the Google app with the Orbit Reader.
because if that works, that's the
possible.
easiest solution of all,
Yeah,
and then
'cause
we
that
can.
way,
Yeah, that's a cheaper device too.
Well,
Well,
not really.
I don't know.
They're not
It's-
anymore. Orbit readers are almost $700 now, and
Well,
they used to be less
It'd
expensive,
be
but
worth
now
it.
they're more.
She needs one.
And they're in limited availability too. So
Well, there's that.
we've
So.
tried to get some of those for the foundation too.
Oh,
so we
I didn't
can
know
kinda
that.
give them away. But we haven't been able to get those yet.
Well, I'm
So-
still going to make these cookies because
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
because
gonna let you
Abigail is asking me for cookies, and I've got to get going. And
All right,
Hannah's
so
eggs are
tomorrow, day
boiling.
3, we're going to go on day 3 of the
Trying to get Hannah.
You know,
meanwhile, while we're having this conversation, right? Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm getting texts and you're getting emails and texts too, because the distance learning in the school district is like, so far, epic fail. They just can't seem to get that going.
They don't have the bandwidth. They
I
don't have the
no.
Oh, and hackers are getting in.
Oh, I know. The first day, so
troublemakers.
it was delayed. I guess it was today that it was delayed 2 hours, and tomorrow it's canceled. You know, it's funny, not funny, but you know, we're all learning how to navigate these, you know, uncharted.
And these are high
waters.
school kids too, right? So I mean, I remember
They got nothing better to
back
do.
in the old days, we would, you know, I wouldn't say any names or anything because, you know, because that would give away secrets. But back in the old days, you tried to figure out ways to get out of assignments, right? Well, nowadays these kids are so tech savvy that they could do
It's a
you know,
joke.
a hack attack against the system.
You know.
that shuts it all down so that they don't have to do the work.
Is this the new version of TPing a house when you're bored?
Yeah, apparently, but apparently now they have to have security that each person has to have an ID to be able to log in, because they were just sending the link out, and that's bad because you could send a link out and do an attack. So
Okay,
cyber attack.
so Abby, you see the lights flashing? That's Abby saying it's time for me to start making those cookies.
Okay.
She's bored and she's turning the light switches on and off. I just saw the lights blinking. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? What you doing, Abby girl? Are you trying to tell me something?
Abby, come here. Hi.
Hi, Dad.
What do you have to say for yourself?
What were you just doing just now?
What do you? Yeah.
What were you doing?
Us.
Were you turning the lights off? Yep, that's what I thought. You know we can see you, right?
Okay.
Our kids don't understand that we can see them.
I know.
And that cracks me up to no end. They just don't.
They have no idea
They
that
just
we can
still
actually see
don't
what
get
they're
it.
doing.
Yeah, they still don't get it.
You know, a lot of kids don't know that moms have eyes in the back of their head, but in our case, we have them in the front.
And our kids just don't. They're oblivious to that.
They don't know. Hey,
So-
she's gonna bug you to make the.
I know.
cookies.
Well,
All
she's
right.
going to sit there with me and learn something. Okay, bye. What's up, Hannah?
Apparently, the AllRecipes.com is a dud.
Well, you've said that before, but why do you say it's a dud?
Because it's not accessible.
Did I overhear you guys talking about having to do it on the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that maybe you need a laptop for the kitchen.
Yeah.
So you have to talk to dear old dad about that one.
Yeah, except I don't know if I can afford the money to do that.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, Hannah. We'll take care of it. Why don't you see, is David working on that right now?
I'm not sure what he's doing now.
Oh. Well, I heard you guys talking. I think you'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
This is why everything we try to do and everything we try to teach and everything we try to access, we can get there. It just takes us longer, right, Hannah?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and we end up having to, make investments along the way and that kind of thing. But this is just one of those challenges that we face, right?
Yeah.
So Bethany tried to do her schoolwork today, and the whole system crashed countywide because so many people were trying to log in to classes. So that's your first day of virtual learning right there. But I'm sure that they'll figure out those bugs as well. But I think Bethany did get her class in, and she seemed to enjoy it. We'll talk to her about that later.
Yeah, how did she do that if the whole county system crashed?
Because I think she got her class in before it happened.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was just one class for her today. And David's doing great. David's not having any problems at all, but the county is trying to do it, independently, I think, from these larger platforms.
Yeah.
And so their system crashed, but
Oops.
they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just like we'll figure out how to get you in the kitchen and cooking, right, Hannah? Independently.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie.
Bethany.
Hey.
All right, what are you doing?
So I downloaded the AllRecipes app,
Okay.
and I wanted to try it with the Orbit Reader.
Okay.
See if it
And
wo-
how did you do that? Did you downloaded which
Yeah.
app did you download?
It's called. It says AllRecipes when I open it, but when I was searching it on the App Store, it says AllRecipes dinner, spinner, food, and drinks.
Okay.
But it's AllRecipes still.
Okay.
And so,
All right. So you downloaded it
Yeah.
on your. Can you put your screen on bright so I can see it
Wait.
too? Do you know how to do that?
LPN.
Oh, there you
Status
go.
bar item. Swipe down with 3 fingers to reveal notifications. Swipe up with 3 fingers to reveal the control center. Double tap to scroll to top.
can you see it?
Can you slow it down a little bit too?
Characters. Settings. Containers. Zones. Speaking rate. 70%. 65. 60%.
You guys, you have those voiceovers so fast that mere humans can't understand what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you got the AllRecipes app and you loaded it on there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you search for
Button.
fish
Recipe by
sticks?
Camille. Button. Possible text. Recipe by Camille.
Oh, stop. So, fish sticks.
Navigation menu. Button. Logo.
Yeah.
Button. Taste settings. Text field. Is editing. Search recipes. Insertion point at start.
Okay, so you're inserting,
Yep.
and now you're going to use your Orbit Reader.
I-S-H. Space. Fish. S-T-I-C-K-S. Sticks. Fish sticks. Text field. Expanse. 1 cards hard off. Parmesan fish sticks with malt vinegar dipping sauce.
Okay,
Let's see.
Button. Possibly. Button. 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 Parmesan fish sticks with malt vinegar dipping sauce. This is an easy to make, healthier version of your classic, delicious fish stick. Kids love them and they're fast and easy to make. Ready in 30 meters. By Skip 2206. 13.
Ingredients.
4 servings.
4
Button.
servings.
478 calories. Button.
1/2 cup all-purpose flour.
Salt and ground black pepper to taste.
yeah,
2
that's
eggs.
closer. All right, so I can get both.
2 eggs and 1/2 cup panko bread crumbs. 1/4 cup. What is this? Grated Parmesan cheese.
Can you try to just do with voiceover
Okay.
and not with the Orbit Reader? Can you turn
Switch on.
voiceover back on? Okay.
AllRecipes. Navigation menu. Logo. Taste setting. Search recipes.
Okay,
Text
now
field.
instead of-
text field. Is editing.
Okay, now search
recipes.
for,
Current info.
chicken
Insertion point of
strips.
C. C J H H U I I C C J K K E E N N space chicken G C D S S R T T R R U I I P P S S search.
Okay.
590 items. Button. Cards hard off SM. Southern fried chicken strips.
What, does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so click on that and see if you can get to it.
Button. Possibly. Hard. Button. Add. Cute. Gunship battle total war. Play now. 200. On sale near me. 30. 2 tablespoons. 30 saltine crackers.
Wow.
2 tablespoons dry potato flakes.
Okay,
2
this
tablespoons dry potato
actually, Bethany,
Yeah.
is working on your phone,
Really? That's funny.
and it didn't work on David's phone.
What?
It
That's
didn't
so
work.
strange.
I know, on David's phone. So we spent 2 days trying to figure this out on David's phone, and it didn't work.
That is so strange.
So maybe you and David can get together and you can show him how you did it.
All right.
Okay, and then once we do that, then we can figure out how to get Hannah.
That's so
To use
weird that it's working on my phone, but it didn't work on David's or Hannah's phone.
No.
That's so
No.
weird.
All right, well, I'm glad it worked on your phone. So what a challenge, huh?
Yep.
Hi, girls.
Hello.
Hi there. So I think we've come up with a solution, at least for our all recipes project. Okay. So of all the phones, the iPhones we have in this house, which one works?
Mine.
Yours. Why does your phone work? On all so what we're talking about is that the All Recipes app is not accessible to be able to get to the recipes except on one of the 4 iPhones that we've tried. And the only iPhone that it's accessible on, well, actually 2 of them, mine, but I don't cook, so so I don't need All Recipes on my phone. But your phone, Bethany, does work, right? Because we tested that out.
Yes.
Yeah, but Hannah's does not work, and David's does not work. And so what we found is that the All Recipes app version, which is the same on all of those devices, has to have like iPhone. Is yours iOS version 12?
13.
13. Okay, so my phone is 13 point something, and Bethany's is 13 point something.
Yeah.
Hannah has iOS 10 something on her phone, and David has 12.4, and the All Recipes app does not work on anything apparently greater than or under 13. It has to have 13. And so Hannah's phone is too old. She's got an iPhone 5C, which she loves, right, Hannah?
Yes.
And Bethany, you have an iPhone 6S. And then David has an iPhone 6. Are you stretching, Hannah?
Yeah.
An
Sorry.
iPhone 6, unable to upgrade. And I have an iPhone 10S, which is on 13 point something. And the iPhone, or the All Recipes app at version 6.6.6, I think it is. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. 666, I don't know. Maybe. But what we're gonna do is that I'd like you, Bethany, to share your phone with Hannah and see if she can use VoiceOver on your phone to get to All Recipes. And if that works, then we'll end up making another accommodation for Hannah so she can get iPhone and have the right version of iPhone and the right version of All Recipes so she can help Mom in the kitchen.
All right.
Okay?
Yep. Open All Recipes. Okay, Hannah.
Yep. Here it goes.
Here.
What do you
let me
think?
see. I'm gonna turn. All right.
Okay.
All right, so I want you to see if you can get to searching for fish sticks, Hannah.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Swipe. Keep swiping. Double tap on it.
Fish sticks.
Double tap. Okay.
Swipe right again.
Yes. Keep swiping.
Vinegar sauce.
Did you find the Parmesan?
Yep.
Is that the first one?
Yep.
Can you find one of those and pick it out, Hannah?
I guess so.
Keep swiping. Keep swiping. Keep swiping. Here,
Let's slow it down a little bit. So let's slow it down a little bit.
How about that?
Okay, try that.
All right, here goes.
What?
Okay.
All purpose.
Salt and ground black pepper to taste. 2x.
2x. What?
Eggs.
Oh.
1/2 cup panko breadcrumbs.
Panko.
1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese.
Well, there you go, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep swiping.
1/2 teaspoon dried basil. 1/2 teaspoon dried oregano. 4 6-ounce halibut fillets, cut into 3 by 1/2 inch strips.
4.6 ounces.
Of halibut?
Halibut fillet.
Oh wow.
Fillets, fish fillets, Hannah.
Ooh, I don't think we have halibut.
Olive oil or
We don't have halibut?
I don't know.
We could get a different kind of fish fillet, couldn't we?
1/4 cup ketchup.
1/4 cup mayonnaise.
Okay.
1. Preheat oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hannah?
130 degrees Celsius. Line a baking sheet with aluminum foil.
What do you think?
Okay.
2. Whisk flour, salt, and pepper together in a shallow bowl. Beat eggs in a separate bowl until frothy, about 30 seconds. Combine panko breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, basil, and oregano in a third shallow bowl.
Okay, so what do you think, Hannah?
Okay, this phone apparently works on this
Yeah.
app. But I guess when David does get a new phone, I might have to borrow hers.
All right, so how we're going to do it is that David is getting a new phone.
Yeah.
And Bethany is getting a new phone.
And then I'm gonna give Hannah.
And Hannah, you can have Bethany's phone. Okay?
Yeah.
When Bethany gets her new phone. Okay?
Yeah.
So that way everybody gets access to the latest technology. And apparently now we can all use the All Recipes app. And Hannah?
Yep.
What does that do for you in the kitchen?
That helps me become a true culinary expert by helping Mom in the kitchen.
That would be so awesome. I'm so happy for you. It took us 3 days to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
And if All Recipes would maybe update their app a little bit, it might work a little bit better. The All Recipes app says that it works on versions 10.0 and further, which may be true, but it doesn't work with the accessibility features. So kudos to All Recipes for at least having an app that is can be accessible on some devices. But we're happy that we are able to get you going in the kitchen, Hannah. What do you think?
Yeah, and I can measure out 4.6 ounces of halibut.
Of halibut.
Yeah, we don't
You
have
can
it.
do that for the halibut, right, Hannah?
Yeah, what the halibut?
All right. See you girls later.
Yeah.
Thanks for working this out with me.
You're welcome.